the head of WFP.
In addition to the $10 million contributed by the Japanese government during the Refugee Solidarity Summit in June 2017, the Japanese ambassador to Uganda, Kazuaki Kameda, has reiterated his government's commitment to funding refugee programs by contributing an additional $6 million.
So government of Japan, of course, like other development partners, believes that contributions for the refugee assistance in Uganda should not be misused in any way, and strongly request that effective preventive measures will be put in place. In this regard, I'm very much encouraged by the government of the Republic of Uganda, which has repeatedly promised that through investigation on the alleged cases to be carried out in cooperation with its relevant UN agencies, punitive actions shall be taken against those who have been implicated in substantiated cases.
According to Rosa Malango, the UN resident coordinator in Uganda, there has been a good response to honoring pledges made during the 2017 Refugee Solidarity Summit.
Total to UN agencies, 301,676,420. Other contributions went to the government, as mentioned by the Honorable Minister, to NGOs, and some that were left to be allocated. That brings the total to 575,875,164.
However, Hillary Onek, the Minister for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, has said government only has $1.5 million on its accounts. Onek has given assurances that investigations are ongoing into misuse of funds and accusations of staff involved in sex trafficking and sexual harassment of refugees.
We have brought in the police, the Inspectorate of Government, those two institutions to investigate all those allegations. And the UN also, UNHCR, brought their own inspectors, their investigators, who are concurrently investigating not only occurrence in our field, but also their own staff.
What I can only say at this stage is that OPM and the government at large and HCR are working closely together as speedily as possible, and we'll hope to have all these cases concluded.
Despite the contributions from countries like Japan, Uganda is still in need of funds for refugee management, especially as more refugees keep coming into the country. For example, so far in 2018, over 20,000 refugees have crossed into the country from the Democratic Republic of Congo alone. Andwarinitwe, NTV, Kampala.